Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Initiative Order, and thank you for stopping by for our little friendly neighborhood stream of No Turning Back, our next chapter of the Alien Saga that we have been showcasing on the channel. Thank you for joining us. Before I jump over and hand the floor to my amazing players, I just want to go over some quick sponsor information very quickly, because our sponsors help us help you, so we need to give them a shout out and give you all the discount codes. So firstly, Session Zero Clothing, which are a D&D inspired streetwear clothing company making some amazing t-shirts, jumpers, hoodies, stickers, everything. If you use the code ORDER at checkout, you will get 15% off everything in your basket. Next up is Norse Foundry, the artisan dice makers, makers of very nice dice made out of different sorts of woods, bones, and everything in between. If you use code TIO15, you will, yes, get 15% off at the checkout. We have a theme of dice on this channel. So next up is Mythical Armory, makers of the Tin 20s and sketch dice, and the very nice Dragonheart dice that they recently kickstarted. I may have a set of and may try not to kill players with tonight. But if you use the code initiative, you'll get 10% off everything from there. And then finally, Umbral Oculus dice, our very own Taryn Valrook, GM of Far Realms, and a new show coming to the channel. Makes amazing custom handmade resin dice. If you use the code initiative on her website, you will get 10% off a full set of polyhedral dice. Additionally, we are very proud ambassadors of Jaspers Game Day, which is a charity set to bring awareness and help with teenage suicide. Please check them out, check the details out in the chat. If you need help, they are there. They have some amazing resources, so please have a look. And finally, before I hand things over, in fact I will be handing this over, but first, tonight this stream is going to be, we are going to be raising some money for charity tonight. We're going to continue our charity drive that we started last Friday, and we are going to be raising money for Planned Parenthood because they deserve it. So rather than me talk about this, because I'll pass this over to Cynthia.
Hey y'all, so yeah, as Danny said, this is for Planned Parenthood today. So Planned Parenthood delivers vital reproductive health care, sex education, and information to millions of people worldwide. But not only does it do that, but it provides a comfort for many women across the nation to be able to make decisions about their body and have full body autonomy. So if you're totally for that, because I know the rest of us are, please donate, because if you don't, we may end up being at risk for defunding, and that is not something that a lot of women can truly afford. So if you have any questions, go to PlannedParenthood.org. They have so many sites or so many pages, blogs and information. I actually just looked it up. It is actually an incredible source of education. So go check it out, and please donate that money, because we can't afford to not have it.
Thank you very much. So yes, please donate and check out the resources that are there. It is now time for me to hand over to my players so they can introduce themselves before we jump into tonight's episode. May have left last session on a little bit of a cliffhanger, but things happen. So before we jump in, oh yeah, only a little bit. So before we jump in, let me hand over to Taylor, because you spoke up first.
Oh, hello. Hey, I'm Taylor. You can find me at @TheBarbarianBarbie on Instagram. We were just discussing me potentially getting a Twitter, so that'll probably be at @TheBarbarianBarbie also if I ever decide to do that. So I don't know. Keep an eye out, I guess. When I am not here, I am on team_Drews_basement on Twitch and YouTube, or you could just look up Team Drew's Basement, where I play my half-elf rogue Jubilee the clown, who I am obsessed with, and I love her so much. So you can find me there. And then also next Thursday, we are playing a Call of Cthulhu style dinner party. I can't talk tonight. This is going to be rough. But yeah, so we'll be there doing the Call of Cthulhu dinner party. Then the week after, I will be back as Jubilee. So essentially, my entire June, every Thursday is booked forever. So you can come find me over there.
Perfect. Next up, going in a clockwise motion, Brick.
Oi, I'm with the Brick. I am everywhere on the interwebs as with a Brick with 2Ks. So if you're interested, go type it somewhere, you'll find me. Today I'm playing Whitaker, the ship's mechanic, who is having a hard time. There's a hole in the side of the ship, and we lost a lot of things when I was gone, and I'm sad, and I don't know what's going on because now we're gonna maybe die. Hopefully not, though. Hopefully we don't die because I really like this crew in this game. It's good to be back. I'm really excited for today, and I can't wait.
We'll see. Next up, M.
Hello. I'm M. I will be playing Paige, Rage Gage, your crispy little old lady who's really good at shooting guns. Crispy? I don't know. Anyway. Oh, are my captions not showing up? I don't see them. I also don't see anything right now. Regardless, I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Emily Irv. That's EMILYERV. You can find me haunting the initiative order on every other Friday here. You can find me on the other Fridays over on Second Star to the right, which is here on Twitch. Man, I wish I could remember a single thing I'm doing. On Tuesdays, I'm playing over on forknerd.com. That is Dreadful Tales, spooky, multi-arc, multi-DM, many-player horror extravaganza, which is fun. We're in Arc 3 now. We're all going to come back together for a big finale where we're also all probably going to die because people just like to kill me on the internet. And I'm also on Fate Forge Academy, which is a D&D 5e podcast, and we have new episodes drop every Friday. We had a new one today. We'll have a new one next week, and for the rest of time. So yeah, that's me. Danny, don't kill me.
We'll see. Next up, Utahime.
Hi guys, I'm Brianna, but I go on the social medias as Utahime. I am a cosplayer, a streamer now that I'm streaming on my own channel, not just on everybody else's. For a change, I stream a variety of games on my own channel, specifically recently Dead by Daylight, and started some Ace Attorney, so come check that out. I'm up to lots of different tabletop shenanigans throughout the week, so if you want to follow at Utahime Cosplay or at Brianna DeCoster to see what I'm up to, tomorrow I will be on Lord Gasumba's channel playing some old school D&D for the first time. That's 3 p.m. Pacific time. I'm going to be joining the Slav Squat Squad. Say that 10 times fast, I dare you. So yeah, we're gonna see what happens as I get up to some shenanigans with that amazing crew over there. So hope to see you.
Cool. Cynthia, you're up.
Oh man. Okay. Cool. Wait, Brianna, did you introduce your character?
I did not. I play Beatrice, or as everyone knows her, B, Kiddo, who is a kid. Who's also too admires Captain and is probably just like always, trying to tug on her little suit there to be like, hey, Captain, I love you, you're amazing. I'm gonna probably follow you even if that means death. So that's what's gonna happen today. So let's see if I survive by using her as a shield.
I like that plan.
Squeeze me.
You asked me to introduce my character, so now they know.
I regret this decision.
Hi, I'm B. I'm going to be using the crew as a meat shield tonight. Thank you for playing.
Y'all, I'm Cynthia Marie. I am playing y'all's fearless captain, Selena Spiderling Cortez. You can find me on the socials, Sin Dancer on the Twitters, or Instagram Cynthia__Marie. I have several shows coming up, so let me see if I can get these all out in the right order. I'm going to be playing a play test for Coyote and Crow. I'm not exactly sure what the channel is, so I'm sorry. I was like trying to look that up, but really excited to play. I'm building in a character with Eliza Pearl, who is our game master, and just a little bit of surprise. Well, you know, Eliza and I are both Puerto Rican and Taino Indian specifically. We're going to be kind of infusing a little bit of our indigenous roots into the character, so be ready for that. Like super duper excited. Along with that, again with Eliza Pearl, I'm going to be play testing a Marvel TTRPG. So stay tuned because I just created that character too, and she's a fucking boss. She's so cool. But that's coming up a little bit later on. Oh yeah. The Nightlife is a vampire TTRPG. If you guys have heard of it, a little bit of World of Darkness, that's going to be coming back for season 2 on Renegade. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be coming up at the end of the month. You can see me on here. You can see me on another show called Gods of Color on the Cookout channel, where I play a little demi-goddess who's also sort of the ringleader of the team by chance. But y'all, tonight I'm going to be fighting some aliens, hopefully, and take out some AIs as your fearless captain, who is not gonna lie, a little bit shaking in her boots with all of these robots going inside of our ship that we didn't authorize. So, Mother, tell us what happened.
And before I do that, I'm Danny. Hi everyone. You can find me everywhere on socials under Check for Traps. I am part of the team here at the Initiative Order, doing things and stuff and all that shenanigans. If you want to be involved in any of the things we do on the channel, by all means please join our Discord. It is our community hub where we hold free community games that we run for you. From all levels of experience, we provide everything you need. It's a first come first serve sign up. It's all free, no paywalls, no gatekeeping, no barriers. Join us there. You can end up in our streams. Everything we stream on the channel we put into the community. Yes, Cynthia.
I just wanted to point out that our Texas rainbow, because we all loved it for Pride. So just letting y'all know, just letting
Happy Pride. Woo!
Happy Pride.
Woo! Non-binary friends and trans lives matter. Woo! Okay, done.
All right, we're good now.
Okay. But yeah, join our community because you get to play with these amazing people as well. And that's enough admin from us. I think it's time to dive in and see how these people deal with the situation, because as always there is no turning back. And welcome. So, let us recap last episode, or the end of last episode at least, to get us back into the action. We have our team here who have been cobbled together in the efforts to take down Will and Utahime, one mission at a time. They have made their way to a planet through the gaining of data that they have found that this place holds a archive facility, a dead drop archive facility that is completely off the grid, off the interwebs within the universe and the galaxy, and is where Utahime store all their illicit research data and items, shall we say. The plan to infiltrate this place, score some information that would be of benefit to Utahaime's enemies, the world, something that will shine a light on the company to the point of destroying them, which is the overall goal, is to take down Utahime completely. So the crew made their way. They set off. They went into hypersleep. Some people woke up, some didn't. Some people blew a hole in the side of the ship, some didn't. Some people rejoined the group, weren't happy about it. But they made it. They made it to the Omaha archive facility. Landing on the planet, they landed in what appeared to be a colony, a settlement there that, you know, knowing the information they know, is clearly a cover. But this was an agricultural colony, trying to terraform the planet through the means of growing crops and kind of changing the habitat and the plant life on here. They landed at this colony at what appeared to be a landing zone. They landed at night and left the ship, had a little look around and found a large kind of warehouse barn-like structure, and decided to sleep in there and not in their comfy beds in their ship. Why, we will never know. But they awoke in the morning, alive and well, and hearing footsteps outside. They saw a man walking off round one of the other small buildings and outhouses in this settlement, and decided to follow. In doing so, they rounded the corner to see a door open from another room and several more people exit. We say several, there was about 30 that exited this building. Attempts were made to communicate with them, with these people, and the response was a little bit monotone and robotic, shall we say. Having dealt with androids before, some of you could gauge that these were a very simplistic android, as they were all, well, they all looked exactly the same with the same outfit on and the same face, and bald heads. But these androids went out about their daily business, farming within this colony. Although you looked at these crops and you saw that the entire field, all the fields were scorched, burnt, all plant life was dead, yet these androids were still farming as if everything was alive and well. You kind of left them to their own devices and decided the only way to get to the actual research facility was on the other side of this settlement, and you would have to travel across the agricultural fields quite a distance, and it would be best to get some sort of land vehicle to do that. In searching around, you found one in the room that you slept in, but it was out of fuel. So you made contact with Mother on the ship to gauge what sort of fuel reserves you had that you could utilize for this. It's not quite a golf cart, but it'll fit you all in. In doing so, Mother let you know that there was an intruder alert, as there was unauthorized access being made to your ship. So, hearing this, you all kind of rounded a corner to gauge a view of your ship on the landing pad, and you saw 3 of these androids. Well, you saw the tail end of these 3 ducking in through the hole in the side of your ship. And that is where we ended things. So with that, what are you doing?
That's pretty bad. Laura, can you try again? Try something. Just try something. How are we not getting in this ship?
All right. And she's going to run over to one of the nearest panels to commune with Mother, and basically go in and try to see if there is an error in the system, if there's anything that's blocking, if there's anything that's like causing this to just not work right now.
You do that, you commune, and there is no hindrance to your entrance of the ship. It's just that there are 3 people entering the hole in the side of the ship. Because you have landed, there is no risk of decompression by opening the door to the life support room, which is where the big hole is. But they're in that room. They've not passed from that room. They're just in that room.
Yeah, they're stuck in that room. Okay. Well, okay. Well, there's nothing that I can do. There. Unless they don't get past the door, there's nothing. I mean, we can't really do anything. We just gotta make sure they don't get past the door.
You can keep the door locked from here, right?
I can keep the door locked from here. But if they do anything on that side to combat me, I might have a little bit of an issue, but I don't know how smart they are.
All right, so do we shoot these fish in a barrel? And I cock my smart gun one-handed.
Well,
Captain. She and B is definitely gonna tug on your. What if there was like a distraction? So then that way,
Are you volunteering yourself for a distraction?
Well, actually, and then B's gonna take her backpack off, and she's gonna go inside of her backpack and pull out this blue remote control car that she had inside of her bag. I mean, I used to work back home when we wanted to do like almost like the ding dong ditch type situation. It might help because then Rage can when they're distracted can shoot them in the heads and stuff.
I like that part of the plan. I don't know about the rest of it.
Well, I know she's got a point, because what we can do is if we bottleneck them at the door and everybody prepares on the other side, if the kid wants to pull up the car to the door, when we open the door, they're going to look at the car. They're going to be kind of, distracted. And then Rage can do her thing. And if anybody else wants to join in, they can join in.
And it does do really cool stuff. And then you're going to see where she kind of puts it on the ground and she takes the controller, and it's like one of those stunt remote control cars. So it's like both wheels can twist, and it can hop over rocks and stuff. So if there's any type of little area where it could the car could actually hop on top of, she's going to try to show off the skills of this particular remote control car, and she looks like she's having a little too much fun with it as it's spinning around.
All right, B. All right.
I can sneak in and then use it, but just let me know where you want me to.
How far away do you have to be? Or can you be, rather?
I don't think I can be that far from it.
Paige, I need you to follow.
How far can I do this?
I mean, you didn't get the top end version of this remote control car, so you got maybe 50 feet.
50?
Yeah.
Oh shoot. Okay. Well, that's still good.
What'd you need from me, Captain?
50 feet.
I need you to follow her.
Captain.
Farrow, Laura, I want you with me.
Oh,
right.
cool.
Unless you guys had any other bright ideas.
No.
Great.
Is there
Oh,
is there
wait! I have another idea. How about if we take a grenade or a bomb and I put it on the car? I mean, it's gonna hurt me to have to destroy this thing because this thing is pretty dope. But if I take the remote control car and then have it go right where they're at and it goes boom, that's it. We don't have to even you don't have to even worry about aiming or anything. It's already
that perfectly works, because I was just going to ask DM, Do we have an armory on the ship? Do we have a place where we could find weapons?
I have 4 grenades.
I have a bolt gun. I don't have any sort of weaponry. So I'm screwed right now.
So you don't have an armory on the ship.
Okay.
You do have a small weapons cache of like some basic stuff.
I'm going to very quickly run and grab some items.
I will mention,
Whatever I grab.
just because we've been in this situation before, you're talking about explosions. These 3 androids are in the life support room where your 2 oxygen tanks are currently 1 oxygen tank.
I don't want like a high-powered rifle. I'm looking for like an axe or a knife or something more like I would be more practical. I would know not to use like a bolt gun in space.
Yeah,
okay?
I'm talking about B with her remote control bomb.
I gave my pistol to B. So if you want a gun, you can take it from the child.
All right,
I just want a big axe.
If you want a gun, take it from the child.
Yeah, no, I'd rather have like a fireman's axe, like a survival.
Yeah, there's one of those.
You just said I want a big ass, but okay, like
that too. Lore would also like one of those too, please.
After this, space BBLs.
Yeah. Well, the gun is like right on the side. She tied it with some type of like, it looked like some type of string, like to attach it to her pants. Her jean, the little belt loops. So it's there if you want to take it.
okay. So no bombs, please. We don't want to blow up the ship. What we want to do is distract, which is what you just pitched to me. We're
Okay,
gonna
Lydia
distract.
very slowly puts her grenade back in her bag.
Sorry, that was my favorite image. All right. So plan. We're gonna distract them. And then Gage, when they come out, hopefully they come out and follow the car, you shoot them dead.
Yep, sounds good to me.
Okay, which way do you want them to come out of?
Away from the ship. I don't care which way, away from the ship. Lore, when they get out of the ship, I need you to get in there.
Well, then why don't we just go on the outside of the ship where the hole is and pull them back out that way instead of having them come farther into the ship and then destroying more of my precious baby.
Wait. They're not coming into the ship.
They are. They came in from the outside because there's a giant hole in our ship.
Yeah, so we're leading back out the other way, like the same way that they're coming in.
Right. So are we, because we are communing right now, I imagine, inside the ship. Or are we outside the ship?
I thought we were outside.
Oh, I thought we were inside.
Oh.
Mother,
We're doing
where are
great,
we?
guys.
I went to a panel to talk to Mother, so I assumed that we were outside. Or we were inside. Okay, well, anyways, once we're outside, pull them from the outside.
Yeah, that's what okay. Right. Are we outside or are we inside?
You are outside the ship, like next to the door.
Yeah. Okay, I was right.
Only I thought we were inside. Okay, perfect. Boy, we did a panel to talk to Mother. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, we're all on the same.
It's been a hard day for Lore.
You had comms.
Lore's so stressed out right now.
You had comms on. It's okay. You had comms. You were talking to your ship on comms. Okay.
Can I make an observation? It really feels like no one's over the hole in the ship thing yet. Is that going to happen soon?
Probably once we actually fix it. Because right now, we have things coming inside, and now we have to deal with that. So, personally, once we fix the hole, I will be over the hole.
Okay. At least there's a resolution to the problem.
Oh, absolutely. There's always a resolution. There's always. We're fine.
Wait, but okay, so what if when I distract with the car and they come out, then we throw a grenade?
No grenades, no explosions.
Okay.
I'm going to take them out execution style.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that they were for sure dead. So
if I shoot them, they will be for sure dead. That is kind of my specialty.
Okay.
And if you miss, then we'll blow them up. But I doubt they're gonna miss.
Yeah.
Okay, we're doing this? Okay.
Looks like we're doing it.
All right, and then B's gonna put her backpack back on and then take the car, like pick it up, and take the remote. And then she's gonna do like this weird like bow to the captain before like kind of trying to sneak into that part of the ship. Or like closer to that part in order to like use the car side of the ship.
Okay. So the plan is to put the remote control car in the room that they're in, distract them with it, and lead them out of the room so that they can then be shot. Okay. Make me an agility piloting roll for your remote control car.
Agility piloting. Oh.
Yes.
Oh. Okay. That's a 1 success.
Okay. Okay. Let me just. Okay.
Question. No, signature item. Can you talk through signature item real
So
quick?
signature item is something you have on you that helps you calm yourself and recenter yourself in a stressful situation. So if you're in a situation where you have multiple points of stress, or a point of stress, and you're able to move into what would be classed as a safe zone, you can use your signature item whilst there to help you reduce stress and recenter yourself.
Sorry, I was going to give you my shades to help you with the piloting stuff, but apparently not.
That would be cool.
You don't get a bonus.
I mean, would that
anything for it.
give B anything as far as motivation? There's no such thing.
I mean, no,
Is that
it would probably
manipulation?
give you
No,
more
it's-
stress than anything because you don't want to fuck up.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't want to break them. So yeah, that would actually be stressful.
Yeah. So, you kind of sneak round to close to the hole so you can put the remote control car in. You kind of throw it in to the room, and you set off controlling it, and it kind of whizzes around the floor for a bit. You hear it bump into something, and then you back it up and it bumps into something else, and then you kind of set it on a straight path and kind of full throttle it, and you all see this little remote control car kind of jut out into the air out of the hole on the side of the ship, and hit the ground, bounce, flip a couple of times, and then it kind of drives off and does a couple little drifting turns and that. Then a moment passes, you hear some shuffling, and then you see 2 androids start to climb out of the hole in the side of the ship and follow the remote control car.
And we saw 3 go in, correct?
Yes.
All right. So over comms, I'm gonna say, Captain, I'm only seeing 2. You want me to wait for the 3rd one to fire? Because
Hold
they're
your
gonna
fire.
know. Oh, aye, Captain. I hold my fire.
The 2 continue out, making their way towards the remote control car, which is B is expertly controlling on the floor. It's doing donuts and everything. And then another moment passes, and you then see the 3rd android climb out of the ship and start to walk over towards where the other 2 are.
Free in my sights, Captain. Permission to fire?
Granted.
All right. Now I have to roll 13 dice.
Yes. And you take a point of stress.
And I take a point of stress because I can't see.
Yeah. So for those watching, the reason Paige the Rage Gage takes point of stress because she's using a smart gun, which has a headpiece with an eye attachment for targeting and navigation. Paige only has one eye, so she has no peripheral vision when firing that weapon, so she can see nothing other than what's down the sights, which is quite stressful when you're in a high combat situation with multiple people around. So,
Let me take this off to read. That was 2 successes and fine on the stress die.
okay. What's the damage on that weapon?
How do I? Oh, yes. 3.
3. Okay. Okay. So, Paige, you line up these 3 androids in your sights, and you just let your smart gun go ham at these three, and you all witness Paige in full rage mode, focused with her gun in two hands, full alien style, unleash hell on these three androids that are slowly walking over to a remote control car. She guns them down. They all drop to the floor. There's a very loud noise with this weapon, so it kind of echoes in the air. But these three androids drop to the floor, twitching.
All right,
Lord.
Captain.
Good job, Gage. Laura, I need you to either get to the ship, or should we drag one of these androids with us and see what the hell they wanted?
Throw one in. Might as well. Should all probably get to the ship and seal it up for at least a minute so we can figure it out.
All right, Gage, B, can you guys bring one of those back?
All right, Captain.
Yes, Captain.
Kiddo.
All right. And B's gonna try to basically have the car come back to her to put it away, and then try to assist.
Okay.
Yeah, I figure we find whichever one is the least close to death. And the other two that are, when we walk up, I just want to take my combat knife and just get them both in the head, just to make sure.
Okay. Let me just check one thing. Yeah. So two of them, you blew large holes into their heads, and they are destroyed, unusable, unsalvageable. One of them, luckily, you missed the head, but you managed to blow like a massive hole in its chest, so it's fully immobile, but its head is intact.
Can I? Okay. If I cut its head off, is it still sentient?
For a period of time, it will be.
Long? How long?
I mean,
I want to
you
cut
don't
the
know.
head off, Danny.
You don't know how long it will last,
All right, never
but
mind.
you can do it if you want to.
No,
You want to go
never
full
mind.
ash on this?
Oh, it's fine. All right. I take the one that's got the hole blown through its chest, and I pick it up by the shoulders, and I say, "Take the feet."
Okay. Like this.
Perfect. All right, let's load them up. No funny business, you hear? Or I will cut your head off, because, boy, I really would like to.
I got a knife too, and I know how to use it.
We're gonna work on your intimidation skills, kiddo.
Oh, okay. I thought that was what I was doing. Sorry. Okay. All right. Concentrating.
And we bring that. Actually, I imagine we bring it to the side of the ship where the hole is, and I go, "All right, we're gonna swing. Ready?
Okay.
On my three."
At the same time, I'm like opening the door as they like are trying to time it being swung, and so I can open the door and immediately shut it.
All right. And go. Oh, well.
We were like 2 seconds too late, and it hits the door. But then the door opens, and I'll help you drag it inside.
Can you get that? Thank you.
I got it. It's fine. It's fine. I'm sorry. Sorry, my timing's a little off.
I'll drag it inside and shut the door.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then over comms, I go, "Laura, you don't need any of these here parts, do you? From these, I mean, there's nothing in the head that's worth saving, but I don't know. There's other stuff."
I mean, if you want to pull it apart and tinker, by all means, go right ahead. But I don't need anything. I don't think so. If there's anything on this one that I find that I need, I'll just keep it from this one.
All right, you're more of the tinkerer, so I'll leave you to it.
All right.
And I'm gonna pull it, and I'm literally just gonna take it by its ankle and just drag it into like my workshop, and just kind of like chuck it on a table, and try to see if I can find anything of worth or value. If it's got a chip in its head or some sort of weird chest piece, heart piece, or something. I don't know.
Okay. So you drag it in and take it into your work area and start dismantling it. to some degree. What are the rest of you doing whilst Law does this?
You had orders for us, Captain?
Well, let's get back to the ship first, because I think we're the only two left out here.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna do a quick scan, Mother, to see if is there anyone who heard the gunshot? Is there any sort of commotion around us?
So the other 27 androids that were in the field next to you farming all heard the gunshots, and all in their linked network know that 3 of their number have been offlined, shall we say.
Yeah, I was afraid of that. Excellent. So, with more of a quickness, I kind of tell like Lydia, like, come on.
Okay.
How? So I know that they reacted, but like, was there any physical movement to come towards us, or was it just a blind acknowledgement that we don't see?
It was everyone paused for a moment and then continued on with what they were doing.
Okay. All right. That's more promising than I thought for now. Yeah, definitely gonna hightail it back into the ship. I'm gonna notify Lore over comms. Might want to work on this as quickly as possible, perhaps in terms of things to finish.
At this point, she's like elbows deep, like has ripped this thing half apart by now. Like she's like clicks. I'm already ahead of you. Trust me, I've got this thing almost dismantled. Don't worry, it'll probably take me about 5 more minutes.
Okay, well, we also need to patch up this hole quick because I think our presence was definitely compromised with that shot.
All right, okay, make it 2.5. And you hear just kind of click off of comms for a minute, and she's elbow deep back in that android, seeing if she's pulling out anything important.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of white liquid seeping out of its body.
Love it. She's taking a vial and putting some of that in a vial. She's like, if anything seems weird, any chips, anything just looks different from the norm that she comes across when like going through space junk, basically, because she's a freaking hoarder. She'll just kind of take it and put it apart and put it on the side to examine later, like when she's got actual time. But if there's anything that just looks like it's like the piece, like the chip that could have information or anything stored on it that she would know of or think of, that's what she's looking for, is like whatever information could be inside of this thing.
Yeah, there's only 2 things you spot that you think are worth noting and holding on to. There is the main central processor chip in its head, which would have like its memory core and stuff like that in it, and there is a chip in its wrist that you don't know what that is, but it's you can see it's got like a scanner sort of attachment.
I will take the wrist chip first and the head chip second. I'm immediately going to go over to a diagnostics table, which I imagine there's something somewhere, and I want to run a diagnostic on the wrist chip first and ask Mother to tell me what she can about it. And if and only if there's nothing on there promising, I will run the head chip to do a deeper dive.
Yeah, okay. So you kind of plug it in and ask Mother to do a diagnostic, and you see like on the little screen you've got on your system, it's like installizing, and it's like 1%. And then you watch, and like maybe a minute later, 2%.
She'll click on comms. All right, so I found 2 chips. I found one in the head, like I assumed that there would be there, the memory and all of that sort of programming, but I found one in its wrist. I don't know what the hell it is. I'm running a diagnostic. It's gonna take a little bit. So I'm gonna start working on the whole. Is there anything else you guys need at the moment?
No, just keep your eyes open for any sort of suspicious anything as to why those 3 androids were inside our ship.
All right.
I'll come with you while you make your repairs, just to watch your 6.
All right, thank you. Maybe by the door in like 2 minutes. I just gotta put on my suit.
and she'll start to get ready and do all the things and get all the equipment that she needs to start making at least the as much as of a repair as she can in this moment.
Okay. So while Law does that and Paige watches, what are the rest of you doing?
How far? Like, so I'm currently with Paige and near where Lore is, right? So Captain and Lydia are further into the ship.
Yeah, but not far away.
Okay. Well, B's gonna head wherever the captain's at currently, or towards that direction.
I'm probably getting closer to my chambers because I'm gonna go grab my M4A3 service pistol and grab some things to protect myself.
Okay.
Kiddo, I can hear you behind me.
Yeah, Captain, you said to be like your shadow and follow you wherever you go. I'm gonna go.
All right, come on.
Yes.
How's your training in shooting a gun?
Well, Paige said that I'm coming along, and that I mean, I'm pretty sure she's gonna give me some bullets soon. So that's a good sign, right? That means I'm like picking it up quickly.
Sure. Yeah, kiddo. Listen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how dire things are gonna get right now.
Do you think it's so bad?
It could be. It could be nothing. Well, you gotta promise me that if shit hits the fan, and it could, that you get yourself to safety and run.
But I thought, like, you're not supposed to just leave people behind.
I get it, but you have a long life to live, and I can't bear the fact that I would put your life in danger.
Well, you're not putting me in danger. I mean, I technically snuck on your ship, which wasn't the right way to do things. And I did learn that from you guys. So sorry again about that. So it's not really your fault. And I knew what I was getting myself into. You know, I'm trying to be like you. So, you know, you have to be willing to do some things that are dangerous in order to help other people. And yeah, I mean,
you want to be like me?
Yeah.
You want to be like me, somebody who risks her life all the time recklessly, who doesn't give a flying frack about anything except for trying to figure out her mission. That's who you want to be?
Well, I don't think that you're reckless. It seems like you care about everybody. Even when Lydia said that, you know, when I told you that Lydia killed your mom, like, you still, I mean, you didn't kill her. You still care about her and care about everybody else. So I don't think of it that way.
Yeah, but I'm putting all of their lives at risk for this mission. You realize that.
To help others. Sometimes
it was to help myself,
right?
B. Did you not understand that? I was trying to go find my mom.
Oh. Well, that wasn't all it, right? That wasn't the only reason. Well, I guess it was, but I mean, everybody's, you know, can change, and even though you were trying to do something for one reason, you can always change your mind, right?
I can. These are your captain's orders. I need you to find safety and run if things go dire. Do you hear me?
Okay.
And if you want it for all the goodness, then run back to the ship and go tell somebody that we need help.
All right. I'll do that.
And if we all die, at least you're the one who lives on and can tell our story.
Yeah, as a weakling who had to run away from a situation instead of actually being
No, or the person who listened to
Useful.
their captain's orders.
Okay. Fair enough.
Let's go get
I
you some
promise.
bullets.
Yes! Bullets! Yes!
Just don't shoot your foot. Please.
Okay. I'll try.
You'll try to shoot your foot?
No, not to shoot my foot because that would hurt really bad, and
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. I already got in. I mean, I still technically, yeah, I can't run that fast. I just realized. And then she's like kind of like rubbing her pelvic bone because it just like the adrenaline before for like actually being able to do something useful. Kind of like she thought, oh wow, yeah, I actually am still in pain.
Do you need something for that?
Maybe I can have some more of that special juice later, but we have a mission ahead of us, right?
We do. Oh, the stuff that put you asleep? Oh.
Mm.
Yeah, you're gonna have to the grin and bear it, kid.
If that's what a soldier must do, I'm gonna do it. That's what you do, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
If it hurts, just bite down on your sleeve or something.
Okay. Got it.
I'll toss her some bullets to put into her gun.
Cool. You now have ammunition.
She's gonna try to attempt to load the ammunition into the gun right away because she's excited.
Okay. You manage. You know, Paige taught you well.
Yeah, I definitely taught her how to load a magazine.
Yeah. So, B has a weapon. Paige and Law are dealing with the hole in the side of the ship. Going into the life support room where the hole is, taking a look around at what the 3 androids were doing. At first, you don't notice anything dodgy in there, and then you spot that where the broken oxygen tank was, there is a wrench, a screwdriver, and what appears to be some sheet metal. And Law, being a mechanic, it looks like they were trying to make repairs.
She's gonna walk over and kind of like lean down and assess it as such, and just kind of turn around to Paige. They were trying to make repairs. And she just kind of like rubs her forehead.
I'm sorry. They were trying to repair the
They
ship?
were trying to repair the ship. What?
Well, shit.
Well, yeah, I know. But okay, to be fair, and she like stands up and kind of just like puts her hands on her hips and just like rubs her head. But to be fair, like, how many times have you landed on a random ass planet in the middle of nowhere with a bunch of, you know, the robots running around, seemingly doing work on a dead planet, and they're like, "Oh, we're just gonna help you." Like, that doesn't ever happen. I don't blame you for shooting them, if that's what this is about.
I consider the hole and I go, were they doing a good job?
Did it look like they knew what they were doing?
Yeah.
Well, it seems like we may have fucked ourselves over here. I mean, I know how to repair it, but I'm only one person. Maybe, do you think they're not gonna come back over here and help us the second time, do you think?
I mean, I would be very surprised, but at this point, everything has been very surprising.
They're robots, right?
I mean,
They have a job.
true, but they also could have been repairing it so that they could have, I don't know, stolen the ship or done something. They may not have been repairing it to benefit us, you know?
What
It
if
was-
we...
Yeah.
you know, I don't really have too much interactions with these types of beings, so I don't know if you can reason with them, but it could be worth a try.
From my experience, they've got sort of a limited code based on what they're meant for. So I'm not even sure they have the permission to. I don't know. Listen, if you wanted to get in there and get all mind fucky with them, that's on you.
I don't got enough time.
I know. Well,
Speaking, as soon as she says that, she's going to kind of like have this look in her eyes, and she's going to run back to the diagnostics table to see how far the test is.
Okay. You quickly like turn tail and run, leaving Paige stood there. Go to your diagnostics booth, and it's at 63%.
She'll run back to where Paige is.
Yeah, okay. So the risk diagnostics at 63%. Okay. All right. So, we still gotta fix the hole. So I'm just gonna start fixing it, and I'm hoping maybe if I start fixing it, maybe these other AIs will be like, hey, maybe we can help her instead of just coming over here and not saying anything. You know, maybe.
And she's just gonna like start picking up the wrench and the sheet metal and just starting to do the work that she knows how to do and repairing the side of the ship.
Okay.
and I'm gonna
Lydia
take a look.
walks by with like a sandwich in her hand.
You stay out of here.
Well, so I kind of overheard your conversation though, and should we be concerned that these things are supposed to have orders and 3 of them were ordered onto our ship to repair it? Wouldn't someone have had to ask them to do that?
I mean, if their protocol is repair ships, maybe not. If they, I don't know, saw it, got a sense of it.
I mean,
But maybe.
I mean, only 3 did come over, and any of the other ones aren't coming over now. So maybe there was only 3 who had programming to do this if there was a ship around, you know?
I'm just hoping that it's not that someone saw us land and is trying to make contact.
Well, like, you're more than welcome to make contact with the end of this gun. Question for the DM. Did the androids that were repairing the ship look the same as the farmer ones, or did they look like they were different?
Ooh. Make me a wits observation.
Wits observation. I have wits.
I have wit.
Well, I have 1 success and 1 die that flew so far away that I don't know where it went. It is gone. Okay, so roll another one. Yeah, 1 success.
Okay. Recounting the bodies, they looked like facially as a person. They looked exactly the same. Clothing wise, their jumpsuits were a slightly different color.
I think the ones that they sent on the ship are not the same as the farmers. They're wearing different colors, so clearly there is some classification. Listen, there might be somebody watching, but until they make themselves known, it ain't our problem.
I mean, and they also haven't seemed hostile. So maybe that's a good thing. Maybe we can just fix what we need to do, get what we need to get, and get the hell out of here.
She's just talking as she's working, just kind of making conversation, casually like glancing back over her shoulder every so often to like look towards the field and kind of like keep a peripheral out. Like now kind of having this weird suspicion that are we being watched and like from where? Like is it through them, or is there like she's kind of like casually just like looks up and around. She feels very uncomfortable, but just tries to wave it off and focus at the task at hand.
Make me an observation roll.
Okay. Observation. Where are we for you? Okay, I got a decent 3, 4. That is 1 success.
1 success.
Yes.
That's all you need. So, You glance over your shoulder, keeping an eye on these other androids that are out in the fields, toiling away with their dead crops. You don't notice anything strange. They don't seem to be looking over. They don't seem to be just stood all staring at you suddenly. So you're fine in that sense. But you said you looked up, and
Yeah.
when you look up, you notice that the sky has changed. So where it was, it seemed more of a pleasant morning. The sky has darkened. It's gone a grey reddish colour.
She'll point upwards to Paige. Did the sky change real fast for you too? Or did we just not notice it? Or
Did I also observe this?
You look out and look up, and as you look up at this grey reddish sky, as if on cue, you see that there are these big like wooden posts, like a telephone kind of wire, you know, the old wooden posts with what appear to be speakers on the end. And as you look up, Paige, you all at this point, because of the volume here, we lost someone.
Taylor.
We'll be right back. Please hold. And we're back. So, now the androids have stopped fucking with our shit, we'll continue. So, Law and Paige. Law, as you're repairing the ship, and Paige, you're on guard. You both kind of keeping your eyes around, making sure nothing strange is going on. Both look up to the sky and see that it has changed to a reddish grey colour. Law, as you kind of let Paige know this, and Paige, you look up. You both hear, in fact, no, all of you hear, because of the volume, a sound come over a old tannoy system. And as this sound continues, all the androids in the field, all 27 of them that you counted earlier, stop dead in their tracks, stand upright, drop their tools, and all begin to walk back to the building they came out of. And as you kind of pause, hearing this sound and watching these androids all kind of form in line and head back into the room, you take a minute and they all walk back into that same building they came out of. They go in and the last one shuts the door behind them. A moment passes. You don't see any more movement around, but the sky continues to change into that grey, reddish tone, and you feel a slight breeze start to build.
Does it look like a storm is moving in? Is that sort of vibe we're getting?
It's a good question.
I was just gonna say, can I like click on the comms, like the headset, and be like, "Hey, mother, can you give me a quick weather report?" And I'm gonna open. I want to make it open for everyone to hear.
Okay. You ask the question, and after a moment, Mother replies, "Severe weather warning. Electrical storm inbound."
I click over comms. What was that?
Captain, the sky's turning red. I kind of noticed it, and then I told
We're fucked. That's
Yeah,
what's
we're fucked.
happening.
We need to get everybody inside, and we're fucked. I don't know what to do.
Okay. Well, okay. The further we can be from metal, the better off we are.
Right,
So
but we
you-
need to shut this ship down, because if it gets struck by any sort of electrical lightning, right, that'll screw everything up. So we need to hurry up and power down.
Oh, okay, and Laura will immediately run to the hub where everything is, and kind of like start working on putting everything in, like whether there's like a lockdown or a safety mode, or like if there's like any sort of caps on electrical current or things like that, trying to just as quickly as she can conserve as much power and shut everything down as quickly as she can.
Yeah, you can do that. You can put it into like a surge protection mode, which is like all key systems kind of shut down, and then the sort of quick start stuff goes into like a low latency mode, where if there was a power surge, it would not fry the systems.
Okay, and as soon as she's done with that, she's also going to go to like the utility closet and grab all the flashlights that they have, and just like all the candles, and just kind of like grab it in a bag haphazardly and just run back to where everybody is, so it's at least in one central location that's closer to everybody if we need anything for light.
Okay.
What can I do? Do I need to like get supplies and stuff, or
No, just make sure everything is shut down. Make sure you try to go to all the rooms to make sure all, like, doors can't open or lights are on.
wait, is that gonna affect our weapons? Like, if electric, like for like the big gun that Paige has, is she not gonna be able to use that?
She'll be fine.
Okay, because electrical storm. I don't know. Okay, and
It's
then
not
she's-
attached to the ship. What we're concerned about is the electricity to the ship.
Okay, okay. And then B's gonna go off to try to like go into any room that she sees where there's obviously things that are turned on and start turning it off. Especially since there was no instruction as far as like don't turn this off, like keep this on. I'm just gonna turn off everything.
Okay.
And I'd like to go look. I assume we have something akin to a tarp on the ship, some sort of like some waterproofing material. Blankety
Yeah, I would say yeah. You have like because of the sort of missions you've been on, you have like tents and stuff like that. So if you had to go camping out, and you have tarps as part of that to cover areas.
Great. Then I'm gonna grab one of those and I'm gonna go back to the hole and I'm gonna start just trying to like haphazardly nail that up as much as we can, just so like at least the life support system doesn't get wet.
Okay. So you start making these preparations for this electrical storm that is inbound. Speaking to Mother, the time frame is you've got about 6 minutes before the eye of the storm is overhead. Paige, you start kind of attaching this tarp to the side of the ship where the hole is, and you don't see rain falling from the sky. Instead, you see officially is that dust? Is it dusty in here? It's like no. But then like it gets a little bit gritty and you can start to feel sand and dirt and debris falling from the sky. And then you hear that crackle of thunder above, and the wind picks up, and you whilst you're like from the inside tarping it, you get to like the last corner, and before you kind of close it, you look out, and you see a big fork of lightning kind of cross the sky above. And this is like a, from one side of your vision to the other in length. So this is a couple mile long fork of lightning. And you see these...
Getting awful angry out there, guys.
And the debris and kind of sand and dirt continues to fall. And the thunder just continues. It's like, rather than it being like continuous hits of thunder, it's that one rumble that just is prolonged and continues. And the wind picks up a bit, and you see the flashes of lightning becoming more consistent. You cover the hole with the tarp. That's done. You're all inside the ship. What are you doing at this moment?
Are we sure this is the safest place to be right now?
This is the best place to be for now. Either we can stay in here or get stuck out there.
I don't know. The big hole's making me nervous.
I mean, to be fair, it makes me nervous too, but the captain's got a point. We wouldn't survive out there. It's not like normal rain.
We also don't know what comes with this rain, so we're better off in an environment that we're familiar with. And since the lights are off, you actually see the captain like breaking like the emergency light and like shaking them and putting them in lanterns to kind of give some light to the place. But everyone, don't put your guard down for a second. Just because this is a storm, this is a perfect opportune time for those AIs to potentially flip a switch.
Oh, do you think it was kind of weird? Like all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the sky changed and now there's a storm. Right after there was an alarm to go inside for these AIs. That doesn't strike as any...
I think it was the other way around. I think that the alarm might have been because they were able to find out that the storm was heading this way. If that's something that happens on this planet regularly, planets with sandstorms, weather systems like this, you need to be prepared to hunker down at a moment's notice.
That's fair, but is that in the programming or... And she turns to Lydia kind of in her direction, just be like, because I mean, Lydia made a good point earlier. Maybe, are we being watched?
I mean, probably. What do you think, Captain?
Aren't we always being watched?
There's
Well, if
that.
you want to think about it, the all-seeing eye, everybody's the big brother. Yes, yes, but no, like specifically, like, do you think there's somebody here?
It seems like we landed here and suddenly things are all happening just in rapid succession that are all too coincidental.
It just strikes me as odd. That's all.
Yes, did we forget what the mission was?
Resources? Refuel?
Research, I think, is the you're looking for.
From whom?
All right.
Or
I mean-
about whom?
Yeah, really, our mission is just fuck Wayland Utani completely.
Yeah.
So don't you
Upside down and
think-
backwards and all the ways.
So don't you think they would be watching?
Well, but that's my question: is it Wayland Utani or is this somebody else? Because if it was Wayland Utani at this point, we would all be on our hands and knees eating this dead. You know, they wouldn't send the AIs. They wouldn't try to help us. You know what I mean? That doesn't strike me as something Wayland Utani would do.
It doesn't,
even
but
if
they
these
know we're
are
not
there.
stupid.
It's just something that doesn't. I don't like.
All right, let's
Oh, something off.
let's go with both of your gut instincts. So if there is somebody else who's out there watching, what would be their motive?
Kill us?
My question. I don't know. They could have already. They've got 20. How many of? They got a whole field full of fucking things. If they wanted us dead, we would be dead already, which is why I don't think it's Wayland, but I also don't think it's somebody who necessarily is at odds with us. Maybe they're on the same side. Maybe they want to fuck Wayland Utani just like we do.
I mean,
Where
if that's
do you-
the...
Where do you think that person would be, or persons?
She points to the ground.
I mean, we didn't see them anywhere on the surface. And they ain't in the sky. They couldn't be with this type of weather.
That
Interesting
building,
thought.
the building that we were in, that we slept in, was there more of that building that we did not explore?
No, Lydia went in after when you were looking for possible modes of transport to get to the research facility, and that building was like, it was a big empty warehouse. It had sheet metal in there, and it had this like ATV sort of transporter.
Okay. Wait. Clarification. That was the building where the AIs were located, correct?
No, they
That
were
was
in
the
a
one that we
separate
were
building. That
in.
was the one you were in. You then walked
Okay.
around because this kind of place has multiple small buildings, and that's the one you stayed in, which is like a 2-story
Yeah.
building. But the AI were in another building round the corner.
And we explored that one as well, right?
Yeah, and when you went after they left, you looked in, and it was just an empty room with nothing in.
She's gonna turn to B. What? It's kind of like the car, wouldn't it be? Like I don't know how that sort of technology works. I only know a base level. I can't code AI technology. That's not in my scope. But don't they have to be some sort of? Aren't they run on some sort of satellite or a system or a server that has to be within some sort of distance, or else they're kind of like a. It's kind of like the remote control car. They won't work.
Like a big one?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's got to be a control room. If it's not a person, at least it's some sort of control room. Maybe it's underneath that giant empty warehouse.
Is there any way to like I don't know, reverse to try to figure out I don't know, track where exactly the control room is? I don't know if that's possible though.
Oh,
Would it let off some kind of signal?
It could. I mean, all frequencies give off some sort of signal. I mean, it just depends on what you're trying to look for and trying to, locate exactly where it's coming from. You
Were
can
you
do
able
it.
to
It just
get-
takes a minute.
Were you able to get information from your diagnostics?
She goes wide-eyed again and immediately runs to the diagnostic table to see if the last 40% has managed to finish.
You turned it off when you were turning all the other systems off.
Mhm.
and all
Ah,
that.
fuck.
Or B would have accidentally.
Yeah,
turned it off.
she goes in, like, has that moment of realization. She slams her fists on the desk, and she immediately will just.
Captain said to turn everything
off.
off.
It's fine. I did the same thing. Trust me, I didn't even think about it. And she just starts like flicking on just the absolute necessary means of just finishing up that scan, or if it's possible to even finish it up at this point. And takes a minute. She'll kind of look to see what it's doing.
At first, you see 1%, 2%, and then it jumps to 75%.
Ah, okay. She's like, she'll slap the machine. She'll be like, God, all right, and she'll run back. Okay, so little issue with the power down. Little hiccup. We're at 75%, so we still got a little ways to go, but shouldn't take too much longer.
What if is Mother interactive at all right now, or is everything is completely off?
Mother's still on
standby mode, right?
Yeah, most things are in standby mode, and like low latency. Mother is the way the supercomputer kind of mainframe is. It's got its own special housing and like casing for protection against this sort of stuff, being the high level computer that it is. So you can still interact with Mother. Mother can't do a lot because other systems aren't on, but Mother is still interactive.
Hey Mother, can you please maybe scan for nearby network connections or something? Thanks. Is that how this works? I don't talk to this thing that often. I'm usually just stabbing people.
It's more than just why. It sounds like you're asking for a Wi-Fi connection, but that's pretty much all we can do right now.
And you get a message back going, operation unavailable.
Would I understand why?
Because you've turned everything off. So like long range comms and scans have been turned off.
Would I know what to turn on just to make that happen, or would I have to turn like long range stuff back on?
You would have to turn on the like navigational systems.
Oh, I have a question, Mother.
Yeah.
If because with her game system, and that is usually charged, is there a way, because of the fact that if it kind of connects to Wi-Fi, or could possibly connect to network, could she try to use her gaming system to try to connect that way?
You can certainly try to connect to the a Wi-Fi network, or scan for a Wi-Fi network.
Yes. B is gonna go and reach into her backpack, kind of like they'll just see her like rushing, and then she's gonna pull it out. And then she's going to try to like turn it on, which she did recently charge it while she was on the happy juice, and try to see if she can connect.
Okay. You turn it on, you have a look, and no, there are no networks available.
Darn it! Could have sworn that was going to work. Sorry, I couldn't do it on my end either.
Oh, that's a fun idea. All right.
That was some good thinking, B.
Trying to be useful.
You already are. I think we're just gonna have to wait this storm out.
All right.
Who wants to play chess?
I'll play you.
I've never played chess before. I don't know the rules.
I can learn, kiddo.
Yeah, I go and grab like a box of granola bars and like bring it to the group and just like smack them down and grab a granola bar and just pop a squat and watch him play some chess.
Okay, so you guys hunker down, I don't know the term. You get comfy whilst you wait out this electrical storm, and you can hear this thunder rumbling, and you can see the flashes of lightning, and you get kind of comfy and wait. Does anyone look out of a window at any point?
I would definitely be looking out a window, otherwise I will be claustrophobic as heck.
I'm fully in on this chess game.
If she's learning, she's not focused on anything except for the game.
Yeah, I would imagine then, like, kind of noticing all of that, Lydia and Laura would kind of like lock eyes and just keep a perusal of the windows and.
Okay. Where are you looking out of said windows? Is there any specific directions you're looking at?
I would like to keep an eye on the direction facing the building that the AIs were going into and coming out of.
Okay, can you make me an observation roll?
Oh no.
For no particular
That is
reason.
2 successes.
Okay. You can perform a stunt with that on your observation, which means you can ask one of 3 questions. Is it coming for me? Are there more of them close by? How do I get in, past, or away? Do you want to ask any of those?
Can I hold my question until I see what's outside the window?
Yeah, I'll say you can do that.
Okay.
So you look out the window and you see 25. No, you don't. You look out the window. You look out the window and you see like there is like dust in the air being blown about, and you see like the lightning flashes in the sky. And as you look at the building where the androids went in, you're like, that door fucking opens, I'm gonna lose my shit. You see a bolt of lightning hit the roof of the building. And you see like it brightens up the entire area. Everyone, you see the how bright this light is coming through the windows. But Lydia, you see it hit that building. It doesn't blow up, it doesn't do anything, it just hits the roof. And then in a flash,
Does it look
gone.
like it causes any damage?
Not that you can see with the dust and everything in the air. Your vision's slightly obscured by that, but doesn't appear to have caused damage. But one thing you know, having all kind of explored a little bit, all these buildings are metal, like corrugated metal roofs and everything.
Oh well, we got lightning hitting the AI building now, so I feel like it's just a matter of time before something pretty bad happens. But also, if this is common on this planet, then why would they build these out of metal?
Oh, that's the thing. Wasn't this a colony? It seemed like at one point it was successful. There was farmland. There seems to be the AI knew and did a job at some point that had some sort of value.
And if you think about it, everything looks burnt and dead.
Yeah. So did the weather change? Did something happen in that atmosphere to change the planet, or did something on the planet change the atmosphere? It's like, which came first, the chicken or the egg? Which came first, the storm or the metal buildings?
You just hear the captain go, check. Damn it, not again. You and your gambits. I don't know anything about chess. I'm sorry.
No, Captain. He's trying to like high five. So cool.
Can I try to go on Mother with whatever is online at the moment and just Mother, can I ask you to do a really quick search on the Omaha research facility? Just what you know about it, and see if there's like anything wonky that is known about this place. Any weird hauntings of the Omaha like state, you know what I mean? Like any newspaper clippings or something weird. I don't know.
Okay.
Pulling at straws here. Want to see if there's anything funky going on with this place.
The most you have is that this is a hidden research archive. It is a facility that is not publicly listed. It's not known to anyone.
But what's it a research facility of?
It's an archive, so it's where Utahime store their research information.
It's just a store.
Yeah, but it's not linked to the internet or anything.
We haven't seen anything that looks like a storage facility yet, have we?
No.
It's just been these AI in this warehouse in this weird building we stayed in.
Yeah, so when you were landing, you saw that this was the only colony here, but the information you were given is that this was an open colony on this planet. This is an open colony where anyone can come and go as they please without issue.
Right.
But you know that the location of the research facility is on the far side of the colony, so you have this landing area in this agricultural colony, which is where you guys have put down. But it's on the other side of all this farmland, along the edge of the mountain range that kind of crescents around it, where the facility is.
How far is that from where we are currently?
It's a drive away.
And we have a
You have a
ATV.
vehicle. You have a vehicle, yeah, but it needed fuel, which is on your ship.
Gotcha. So basically, at this point, we are literally just waiting for the storm.
As it would seem.
All right. Lore is going to take the time to ready the vehicle and get things ready for whenever that happens.
Vehicles in the warehouse.
Oh, I thought it was on the ship.
Now that lightning hit that other building, does it look like are the clouds moving past us? Does it look like it's clearing up at all? Is there any rain or anything like rain that started, or it's just the same shit?
At the moment, it just appears to be the same ship. But you do see some lightning hitting the ground in other areas, but further away.
Do you think we'd die if we ran through it?
She's
If
just
you
like
want
kind
to
of
run, I will go with you.
How high are the winds right now? I assume we could hear that even from.
You can hear the wind, but it's not like gale force, drastic or anything. It's just enough to scatter dust and debris from the ground.
She punches Lydia's shoulder in a playful manner.
Oh, let's go.
Okay.
Excuse me?
We're gonna go
with your
get the
permission.
ATV.
Yeah, with your permission, of course.
Oh yeah.
We'll bring the car around. Like, real kind
You're
like.
gonna go outside in that lightning.
What?
Yes.
Yes.
Denied.
Oh.
She sits down and kind of like slumps, very like almost like a teenager who was just told no, they can't go out tonight.
You just see the captain go back to like moving a pawn.
But okay, I'm out of books, and if I don't do something other than stare at you guys poke little chess pieces, I'm probably gonna flip out soon. So please?
Here you
Close
go.
your eyes and take a nap.
Want to play?
Oh, what?
Lydia just sits back down and takes this thing.
Yeah, I got a few different games on there. But I'm trying to learn how to play chess because I've never really learned. Nobody
Well,
taught me.
we can trade. You'll teach me how to play this, and then they'll teach you how to play chess.
Me?
When I stop getting my ass absolutely handed to me, Jesus Christ, what is this?
Yeah, I don't want to learn from Paige. She's bad at this.
How deep into the storm are we?
So, whilst you play chess, and whilst Lydia plays her video games with the help of B, let's say an hour passes of Paige just losing every game straight sets. No chance at a victory at all. You realise you don't hear the winds anymore, and you don't see as frequent flashes of light outside. So you can gauge at this point from when the storm started. At this rate, you probably give it half an hour and you'll be back to clear skies again.
While that has been all going on that whole hour, Laura's been spending in the diagnostic room dealing with the wrist chip.
And after about 45 minutes, you hear that little bing bing as it hits 100%. And Mother kind of starts flashing a little message on the screen.
She'll so she's probably just playing like ping pong with the paddle and like the ball that's stuck to it just sitting there. She'll throw it and get up and run over to the screen and kind of like super close, like get real close and read what it says on the screen.
It says task completed.
It does a diagnostic printout. Does it say anything at all?
Like, press enter to continue.
She slams it down, enter.
Okay, and you start to see a load of like code start flashing down the screen. At first it just looks like jargon. Then you start to see some code that kind of looks familiar and, you know, recognizable. And as it continues, you realize that this is the sort of kind of NF, like ID sort of access code language. And basically kind of looking through the diagnostic and what it is, the chip that this android had in his wrist was a key card. So it would gain access to certain places through certain doors and such.
Dope. She will she'll take it and she'll put it in a little slip and put the little slip on her like necklace. I imagine she wears her tags around her neck every day. So she'll just slip it on and just for shits and giggles, just because it's working and it's functioning and she's got the time and she's thinking about it, she's gonna start running a diagnostic on the head chip. But it's not something that she's going to be paying super close attention to at the present moment. When she's got the key card, she's going to she'll run back to the group and kind of like, all right, well, we got a key card. And she'll kind of just like hold up her dog tag necklace, which has like a little slip, and in the slip, it's like a tiny little microchip. This is the wrist chip was a key card.
So we can go into that building. We can get access.
Yes, we'll be fine. Thank God.
Can we pinpoint a more exact location with the key card?
Can I do that with what I know at the moment?
Yes, it does give a GPS location for its main, like the main access port. Also, what you do know is because you've done a full diagnostic on the chip, you can, if you have a personal kind of computer device, if you attach the chip to that, you can hack it, so you can use it to unlock lock doors. Because you've got access to its code, its programming code, you can change its internal code to hack through doors as well.
Cool.
So additionally, can we put that into the Game Boy system thing that B has?
To do what?
To do what you were saying.
Yeah, you can do. Either if you have a personal data pad, you can attach it to that, or you can use B's. You can kind of hijack B's device and utilize that for it.
I think she would try to attempt to take the game and then see Lydia genuinely enjoying it, and there's a beacon of joy inside of her that's like, I can't crush this for her, and she'll just turn around and grab like one of the data pads behind her and start to do all of that in front of everybody, so everybody is aware in there and seeing the process being done. GPS locations here, and what about here? So I think it's that building, the one that, and she's just kind of like looking at everybody else. She's looking at the captain. I mean, got a little bit more of an idea, but we won't know until we go over to it. I don't even know what the door looks like. We haven't even seen it.
I won.
What were you playing?
I have no idea.
Good job. It took me a while to get that one, so that was really quick. That's impressive.
So where are we going? Are we leaving? Are we going out? What's happening?
I think she got a key card,
Yes.
right?
And
We're
a
gonna
GPS
open
location.
all the doors, especially this first one where the GPS says that it's connected to.
Let's do it.
Everybody gear up. And she'll just like start kind of like trudging off.
So the GPS location that the chip is giving you is not the room where all the androids are in. It is the GPS location that you have from your previous data on where the facility is. But whereas that gave you a general coordinate, this chip gives you a direct, like within 1 meter coordinate. So
Cool.
this will take you directly to the front door,
Cool.
but it's still a drive away.
Yeah, no, we're definitely picking up the. Yeah, Lydia and Laura, I think, are on vehicle duty. Is that what we were gonna do?
Sure, I'll go and collect the fuel that we needed.
Okay.
Captain, you want me to go or stay with you here?
Stay with me and B, please.
Aye, Captain.
Okay. So, Lydia and Law, are you guys going to be venturing out? Well, you're going to get the fuel from the ship, and then are you going to venture out and go grab the vehicle and bring it back? Is that the plan?
Yep.
Yes.
Okie dokie. So, you head out. You get the fuel, you got some canisters, and you head to the kind of barn-like warehouse where this vehicle is, which has the other building around the corner, where all these androids are. And it's a little bit of wind, it's still kind of reddish grey, but the lightning seems to have stopped. There's no thunder rumbling, appears to be calming down. You go into the barn, there's no one there. The vehicle is still there, like half covered with a tarp now, because Lydia had pulled some of it back to check it earlier. So you pull the tarp off, put the fuel in, and who's going to try and start the engine? Okay. You press the button, because there are no keys here. You press the button, and after a second it kind of kicks in, and you now
It
have
works.
a working vehicle.
All right.
I'm gonna hop on.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll pop a spot right next to her.
Okay. So you jump on. Well, who's first off? You walked in through like a normal door. Who's going to open the big doors to let the vehicle out?
Oh no.
I'll kick them open.
Okay. Make me a straight strength. The big
Okay.
doors.
I'm strong as hell. Let's do this. That's 2 successes. That's what's up.
Okay. Yeah, you get a stump with that for. Do you get a stump with that? No, you don't, because it's not. It's a attribute, not a skill check. Anyway, so you boot the doors open and they fly open, nice and easily,
Woohoo!
and you run back and jump on the vehicle with Lydia, and you begin to make your way out, and the wheels start to turn, and you hear that like kind of little chug as it gets going. As you're leaving, you do hear again sounding, and after a short moment it stops. As you kind of rolling out of the building, you look up, the sky's clear. So your first impression is maybe there's a warning before and like a release after to say, you know,
Oh, right.
shit's
like
going
it's
down
safe, you
and
can
it's
go,
okay now.
yeah.
You kind of exit the barn, start to turn, and it's chugging, and then the engine cuts out.
Oh no.
And you press a button, and it's for a second as it's trying to, because you've just put the fuel in, so you've got to get it working around the engine. And Law, you know that one good thing to do is to climb onto the side of the vehicle and like hold onto the side and start kind of rocking
and
it
start-
to
Yeah.
moving that around. So you kind of start doing that while Lydia's pressing the button to keep going. What you don't hear whilst doing this is the door open to the building where the androids were, and they start to file out because they've got the all clear, ready to carry on with their agricultural maintenance. But Law, at this point you do see them filing out because you're kind of hanging off the side of this vehicle with a good eye line to where they are, whereas Lydia's kind of facing away in the vehicle. And you do see that several of them are walking in your direction. Initially not looking at you, not paying attention to you, just kind of walking that way, no tools in hand. Until they're about maybe 20 yards away at this point, and they stop. And they look directly at you and Lydia. And one of them kind of points up to you.
Oh, I hate it.
Opens its mouth wide.
No.
Oh no.
And all you hear is...
No, Danny, I hate it so much.
Oh my god.
Ugh,
and they
I'm
all
gonna
now
have
start
nightmares.
marching towards you.
Oh fuck no! Get. She's pushing the button. I'm rocking the car. I'm trying
Lydia,
to see if
can
we
you-
can get
can
this
you-
shit started.
Lydia, can you make me a survival?
Oh no, where is that?
And I will
Oh,
say,
okay.
Lydia and Law, you both take a point of stress at this point as well.
Fuck. Okay. I got one success.
Okay. You're kind of just hammering away at this button, hoping this fucking engine ticks over. And it kind of... Lydia, Law's rocking it, and you hear this... And it kicks in.
Please, please, please.
It kicks in, and the vehicle begins moving again, and you steadily start to move towards the ship.
I want to keep an eye. Is the one that was pointing at us still pointing at us? You do not have to play that noise again. Definitely.
It is
What
not
is it
pointing at you, but there are several of them following you.
Like running or walking?
Walking, but at a pace that is increasing. And as
Okay, I'm
they
gonna-
continue
I'm
and you
gonna
guys
get on
continue to the
my-
ship, more join in with the group.
Oh god.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on my little intercom system. Hey, Captain, is the door open? Please tell me the fucking door's open, for the love of God. Oh my God, please tell me the door's open. They're chasing us. There's so many. What is going on?
Oh, B, go. Oh, do you not open? No, Gage, open the door.
Captain.
Open the utility door. Open the utility door. We need to get the vehicle inside. Open the utility door, not the other one. The utility door.
I'm opening the utility door. All right, but I'm only opening it when you say it.
All right, go, 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 go.
Oh, okay. I'm opening the utility door.
Okay.
I would like us to drive inside of it.
You
We would
okay.
like utility door for $5.
Question.
Utility door again.
Question for the because of the fact that Lydia she did have grenades on her. Are there grenades lying around?
She keeps them on her. I have 4.
Only on her, like, so not like around. Okay, all right.
No, there are no grenades lying around.
How far are they from the ship right now?
Let's see. You guys are at this point. We'll say you're at the back of the ship, waiting for this ramp to drop.
Okay. And how far are these?
They're like maybe 50 feet and closing at speed.
And like the furthest ones back are how far? Also,
Furthest one
like
back's
50 feet
like
is just generally...
150 feet away. The furthest one, because it's at a point where a small group of say 6 initiated the
Right.
march towards you, but then all androids that were there have now changed tact and are all coming towards you. So there's about 27 of them making their way towards you, but in like en masse from different areas. So they're quite scattered, but there is a group of maybe 12 together.
Hey, anyone that's available right now that's really good with weapons? Probably Paige. How far does the explosion from a grenade usually go?
Hey, Danny.
Hey.
I'm not blowing any holes in the ship again, please.
You would know this.
Not far enough to kill everyone, but a grenade explosion would probably do immediate effect is like with severe damage like 10 feet round, but then you've got the kind of blast radius, so maybe like 20 to 30 feet would knock people over.
Depends how strong your throwing arm is, but from point of impact should be about a 10-foot radius of death and destruction.
Hey, Laura, can you steer for a second?
Yeah. And she'll kind of like grip the steering wheel like under Lydia's arms. And
Yeah,
kind of,
Lydia
like,
stands up and like grips one of the poles on the side and pulls the pin with her teeth and just chucks the grenade towards them.
Okay.
Ooh.
Again. Okay. So you throw the grenade, and a moment passes, and you hear a bang. You hear the explosion of the grenade, and about 5 of the androids drop.
It's better than nothing. It's better than nothing.
And then maybe I think about 4 of them kind of get blown over by the blast, but you see them getting back up. And
You know what?
That
At this
catches
point,
down.
I'm gonna pull out my pulse rifle and just let Laura steer, and I'm just gonna start firing at anything that gets close enough to the ship.
did you take it with you?
Yeah, I have it on my back.
Okay. Okay, start firing. Make some attack rolls.
I forgot how to do this.
So it would
God, I
be
never
roll
fight
a
anything.
ranged combat for that.
Ranged combat. Okay.
Yes. Also, the utility hatch on the back of the ship is down, so Law, you can drive the vehicle inside.
I was just about to say, I imagine at this point, like, there's this weird, awkward moment of like clambering over each other and like me moving under her to kind of get to a position where I can actually drive effectively and she can effectively like turn around and shoot. Because like for a second she was
Whoa, buy
stepping
me
on the
dinner
gas.
first.
Yeah, like she's stepping on the gas, but I'm steering, and then she turned to shoot, and I was like, oh god, this is too much. So I just kind of like wiggled underneath her and was just like, go! Like pushed you in the back.
I got 2 successes.
Sweet. Ranged combat. So, as a stunt, because I only needed 1 success from you, you can inflict 1 more point of damage. You can choose this stunt multiple times, but you only got the 1. You can pin down an enemy. You position yourself to get... well, that's to exchange your initiative. Target drops a weapon or something, or your opponent falls to the ground or is pushed back.
Yeah, let's have him fall down then.
Okay. So I will say, whilst
Calm
Laura
down.
is bringing the vehicle inside the ship, you manage to get 2 shots off.
Okay.
The first one hits one of the androids, and it goes down, unresponsive. The second one hits an android, but it hits it in like the shoulder, but it's enough to kind of spin it and knock it over.
Okay, so how many did we take out now at this point?
You've
We have the
taken
3
out-
from earlier that are gone.
5.
6 plus 3, so you've taken 9 out
Okay.
and
Okay.
injured a couple.
It's almost half.
You're now inside the ship in the docking bay. Yeah. Or the cargo hold.
Close it.
Are you sure you don't want me to take out a few more before we seal this baby up?
Now close the door. Close the door.
Oh, I was gonna say definitely do that.
I thought we weren't supposed to use the grenades.
This was a dire emergency.
She was also throwing them away from the ship.
Oh, you're right.
I made a phone call first. I needed to make sure it wasn't going to blow another hole in the ship.
Otherwise, they would have just left me outside.
You see your captain kind of sneak in with her service pistol as, like, I'm sure Paige is getting ready to shoot, and I'm going to try to take some of them out if they get close to the ship.
Okay.
Actually, what I'd like to do
as the hatch
is
is closing.
the hatch is closed, so I actually want to run to the life support room because I only have a tarp there. So I want to just sort of pull that tarp aside, peek through, and snipe them if I can.
Bee's
I'ma
gonna
follow her
also
lead.
Bee's gonna take her pistol out because the captain took out her pistol, so she's gonna follow suit with the rest of them.
Okay. So firstly, Paige, sniping is not something you could do with a smart gun. This is like a huge fuck off machine gun sort of size. So subtlety is not key here.
Sniping more in the long range shooting of one person at a time thing, less in the stealth way.
Okay. Just checking. So are all three of you going to the life support room that only has a tarp as its wall?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And you're going to start shooting?
If any get close.
Well, they're all on the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna start shooting. I'm reckless. Let's do
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, I start blasting.
Bee's doing
Quite
whatever
literally.
the two people who've been instructing her this whole time. She's gonna follow suit, even if she misses.
Okay, so we're going to need some ranged combat rolls for this.
That's because I'm really good at that.
Do we add the bonus of our weapon as well?
Yes. If there is a bonus to your weapon, you add it.
Wait, so then so for me it would just be then agility. I'm rolling.
If you have nothing in ranged combat, yeah, you just roll agility.
Okay.
Yeah. Paige, you take a point of stress.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I'm okay on the stress die, and I got 3 successes. Of my
Okay.
I got 1.
Okay.
You got 1.
Yeah.
I got a lot.
4 of them.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay. Okay. So,
Girl power. Woo.
These
Metal
metal
dice.
androids.
Metal dice are amazing.
do you want to basically use those each? Do you want each success to be a hit on a different android?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes.
And what damage does your weapons do?
Oh baby, they have 1 damage.
Okay.
That's I think pistols are just the one.
Yeah.
if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. Yeah.
And what's Paige's smart gun?
3 damage.
3 damage. Okay. So, you all kind of line up with your own little firing squad and start shooting into the crowd, we will say. And you take down a few of these androids in this round. You managed to knock 6 down, unmoving, in this first volley. But they are coming. They're getting closer, and they are beginning to circle the ship. That has all the systems turned off. Is not ready for flight. Will not be for a while.
I was just gonna say, while all this is going on, because I don't have a weapon, may I please run around and start turning the fucking ship back on?
You can.
I'll help Lore.
It's gonna take a while, but
Mhm.
I'll start the process.
But you do have the vehicle that would drive you to
Yes.
the research facility now.
Yes.
But it's inside the ship.
Yes.
I'm gonna, as I'm running like alongside Lore, trying to turn things back on. Scale of 1 to 10, how crazy would it be if I got in the cart and just ran him down and kept going?
Honestly, I was just gonna say, as soon as I'm done doing all of this and turning this on, we should get in the car and just fucking drive. And just shut
Okay,
and lock this shit
done.
up.
Done.
All right.
Oh, what do we do about the hole with the tarp, though?
We're gonna have to barricade the door and just hope that they don't find a way in, but we gotta get to where we need to get to, or else we're not gonna make it.
All right.
Okay.
I can try to cover you all best I can.
No, we're all gonna go. We're not leaving. You were all gonna get in the fucking car and we're gonna go to the other place that we need to go to now that the storm's over.
Are we all gonna fit on that transport? That's the real question.
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
So barricade the door on the other side where the hole is. That's the only thing that we can do at the moment, and then we just gotta go. We gotta fucking go. Because any longer here, they're gonna I don't know what's going on, but we gotta get away from them.
All right, let's get moving.
All right.
You see? I got one. I did it.
Good job, B.
Good job, kiddo.
I'm gonna jump in the driver's seat and basically look at this and be like, "This is like piloting, right?"
It's close enough. So, you barricade the door to the life support room from the inside of the ship, so that no one can get in from that room. As their attention has been drawn to that room because 3 of you are stood there firing from the other side of a tarp. So the plan is to jump in the vehicle, drop the back hatch, and bolt. A plan? Okay.
Do some faces driving.
Okay, so I'm gonna need a couple rolls here because there needs to be someone out of the vehicle to hit the switch to drop the hatch, who then has to dive back into the vehicle.
I will do that.
As it's been doing. Okay. So I'm gonna need a mobility roll from Law and a piloting roll from Selena. To achieve this maneuver while everyone else hangs on.
That is no successes.
Okay.
A lot of dice, y'all.
I had 3 dice to roll.
Oh no.
3 successes.
3 successes on piloting. So it's a quick check. So you can show off or gain a +1 modification to a later roll with those extra successes.
I'm gonna show off. Why not? Let's do the thing.
Well, we'll say with one, you needed 1 success. 1 you can save as a +1 for a later piloting roll, and you get to show off as well.
Okay.
But because you got those 3 successes, I will say you managed to Law. You hit the switch, and you kind of make your way to dive back onto the vehicle, tripping. But you managed to do a roll, and Selena, pilot being a good enough driver, doesn't drive over your head. You managed to kind of do a roll and get back up on your feet and just grab hold of the side of the vehicle. And as Selena spins it out of the back of the ship, she kind of skids to one side, which kind of, with the momentum, throws you onto the vehicle as you're kind of hanging on the side. So you're all good. You're all now on the vehicle. Let me just roll for a second.
How's everybody doing stress-wise? Is everyone okay? Does anyone need anything?
I feel good. I hit something. I shot that thing.
Whew, that's awesome. Is anyone like really stressed?
I'm getting there.
I'm all right.
Well, having to shoot a gun that requires one eye when I have one eye while the vehicle's moving is not necessarily the most calming experience of my life.
Would you like to be a little calmer?
I would love to be a little calmer.
Lydia takes a syringe like out of her pocket as she's holding onto the side. She like takes the lid
Only
off
a little, Lydia.
right in the arm. So let me remove one of my doses here.
Can I remove one of my stress die?
You can. You are a little buzzed, to say the least. Okay. As you drive off, Selena, you manage to drive
she's
over.
got her driving shades on.
She has. You managed to drive over 3 androids, crushing them under the weight of the vehicle.
Excellent.
And you're away. Luckily, Law put the hatch on a timer, so the back of the ship closes up, and it is for a better word, sealed at this point. You speed away from this location at a extreme 20 miles an hour.
Yes.
Because that's what this vehicle can do. But it is fast enough to outpace the androids that are slowly kind of turning to attempt to give chase, but you are too far away for them to realistically catch up. And you are off down what appears to be a dirt track through these fields of dead crops, heading towards the mountain range you see in the distance, which is where you know the entrance to this Dead Drop Archive facility is. And you're going along, and the weather has calmed down. It is somewhat pleasant, and you see no one. You don't see any androids out in the fields. You don't see any animal life, no birds, no vegetation apart from scorched fields of crops. And you
I
continue
want to keep
on.
an eye out while we're driving for more of those poles with the speakers on them.
Mm-hmm. I would say maybe every 200 yards you see a pole.
Okay.
So I guess they're still capable of being out here. They're just not right now.
It looks like to be. Seems still really weird. I don't know. I don't like it.
It's really quiet, but like, it doesn't feel right.
I'll tell you what, B, if you don't have to hear the noise that those things make, you're real lucky, because I'm going to hear that in my nightmares probably forever.
Lord just like silently nods aggressively.
You're welcome. So, you continue on. It is now at a point where it's uneventful. There's nothing going on. You don't see anything around. You're just making your way. So I will say you can all now remove a point of stress, because you are out of what you would determine as a form of danger in this area. It seems calm and quiet. So you all get a moment to kind of just breathe and remove stress. But you continue on, and maybe an hour of driving passes, and Selena, kind of following the GPS coordinates and everything, you feel you're maybe 20 more minutes, and at this speed, and you should be able to see the location of where these coordinates are taking you.
Okay.
So is there anything you guys want to discuss, prepare, now that you're about 20 minutes out?
What's the plan, Captain? Are we going in nice and quiet or guns blazing?
I'm hoping that nice and quiet will be the right approach, but I feel like I keep making the wrong calls here. Let's go nice and silent, but just in case, be ready.
Can do.
As for the rest of you, I think we should just do a perimeter check before we kick down the doors and jump on in here. Does that make sense? B, stick close to me again.
Well, in this situation, I can't really run away because we're kind of far from the ship.
Just stick close.
I'm just saying, if I don't follow that order, it's because I technically can't.
You'll find a way if you need to.
Okay.
All right. Perimeter check, kick down door, silently. Anything goes to hell, we go guns a-blazing.
Had?
Did you bring that little remote control car?
Yep.
Addendum to the plan, we're gonna send the car in first.
Ooh, wait. Do you have like a one of those like little camera things? Like
Or?
like a portable one.
I mean, I probably could. Yeah, I could find. Yeah, sure. So
Surveillance.
Yeah, she'll run into the gadget room.
You're
Go,
not
go,
on the ship.
Inspector Camera. Yeah, I'm just seeing if we have anything that I could like appease to make like a little.
I just meant
makeshift
on
camera
you.
for her.
I meant on you, but
Oh, no.
okay.
Or yeah, nope.
That was wishful
We're
thinking.
not at the
I'm sorry.
ship. Sorry, I keep forgetting we're not at the ship. We're like really far away from it.
I don't know what Laura has on her. She has a lot of stuff. She could have
Laura,
a camera.
I mean, Laura does keep like a utility. She's got like a tool belt, like a maintenance belt on her. But for like tech gear, the only thing that she's currently got on her is that pad with all the tech from hacking the wrist thing to get in the door. That's the only thing she's got on her. The rest are like actual tools, and she's got a bolt gun strapped to her back.
Well, technically, if they had a camera at this facility on the outside, if we took it down, we could use it for ourselves, right?
I mean, technically, I would just have to hack it so I could have access to it. But yeah, in theory, if you find the camera. But the unfortunate thing is, by the time you find the camera, you take the time to take it down, and then I take the time to hack it. They're already gonna know where we are, and they're gonna find us before I get to hack it.
That's true. I was just thinking it would be pretty cool if we could put a camera on the thing, and then I can try to do what I do best, and then we could see what we're dealing with.
We may not be able to see what we're dealing with, but we could certainly hear what we're dealing with, because I have a data transmitter, which I assume could function like a walkie-talkie almost. Yeah. And if somebody else has one, we could always strap one of these and just listen in, at the very least.
Oh, that's true. B will take the car from her bag. What Captain would see is that on the side, which she probably didn't notice before because of the fact that she wasn't near B, it actually has Spiderling, and then it has like a spider with web, like that she tried to like do. It's like a really bad drawing of a spider and web, trying to make it look like with like angry eyes. And it's like on the side of the car as she tries to pass it over to Paige.
I'm still driving at this point, am I correct?
Yes.
But you see those very similar angry eyes just looking at you. Like, looks down at that real quick, looks at you, and looks back at like driving.
Okay. Continue on whilst you make these last minute preparations, and you reach this mountain range, as it were, and in front of you you see what appears to be the entrance to a bunker built into the side of this mountain. It's a big, solid kind of concrete mound sticking out of it with a large metal door and what appears to be a small little kind of security booth at the front, with a big glass panel around it, and it looks vacant. And that's what you see as you approach. The door is closed. There is no markings, no writing or anything there.
All right, you'll use that data pad to get the door open.
Yeah, I will. I'll go up and kind of wave the data pad and make sure that I can hack into the door.
Okay. So you head over to the security booth, where you do see a data terminal, and it looks like there is a point there where a key card could be presented to gain access, whereas you kind of look at the chip you've got and you think, you could wave a wrist over that and it would gain entry. So you head over and you put the chip against it, link to the data pad, and you kind of sift through the signals that are being transmitted between the two, and you see a line of code, and it looks out of place. It's like the line of code looks out of place, and you delete it, and when you delete that line of code, you hear an audible ding, and it becomes like it lights up, and the doors suddenly kind of shunt open and slowly start to open.
I just kind of like jump for a moment when the doors kind of unhinge and start to move, and I kind of like I just look back towards everybody and say, here we go. And wait till they open, and I'm gonna slowly inch inside, very cautiously.
Okay. So the doors open about 10 feet wide, and because this is built into the side of a mountain, the area is in shadow, and it is dark beyond the doors. It appears to be dark in there. The visibility is very minimal. You can roughly see
a high beam flashlight.
Yeah, you can roughly see a corridor continuing on, but you can't make out more than just a rough shape.
So I'll take the high beam flashlight that I have and unhinge the little like Velcro slip on my suit, stick it in my little spot, and clip it back there so I can walk and have my freedom of movement. But I'll turn the flashlight on and just kind of like, I'll keep my hand on my tool belt. I imagine I have like a wrench with me just in case I need to whack a bitch. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of like proceed with caution, but I will proceed in first and see what I see with the flashlight on.
Okay. So Laura opens the door, sorts the flashlight out, and steps in. What are the rest of you doing?
Is it all set, Paige? The device on Spider?
It'll be good to go. Yeah.
Okay. So I named my car after you. Okay. All right. Ready? And then she's gonna move forward, but like try to sneak in order to basically place the car on the ground, and kind of like looking back because she's like worried that Captain is upset about the car being named Spiderling, and then she's going to like start the process of like controlling the car in order to do like, she's gonna try to make sure that the car isn't doing crazy tricks and stuff. It's just basically to try to like go around, hopefully unnoticed, but we shall see.
Yeah, and I wanted to move in and position myself kind of around the door and hunch down lower so the flashlight can be in a direction where she can kind of see at least where she's heading with the car first.
Okay.
And I'm not moving.
She's gonna try to get closer so that way she can kind of see where she's directing it as well, going off of Flora's light.
Okay. So you send the car in. So you head in with Law, and then you send the car in further with the radio attached, so you can at least listen for sounds within there. You do that, and your car goes off. Again, visibility is minimal, so you can only kind of see so far with the car. Beyond that, you're going to have to kind of use the sound to try and listen for it bumping into things. Paige, Selena, and Lydia, what are you guys doing?
I think I'm going to follow Laura from the back, just with my gun out.
Okay.
I'm going to stick as close to the ATV as possible for right now until I get a clear indicator that everything's all good in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm staying by the door where I can still see Selena in my sights, and I'm still close enough in earshot to hear them, and I'm just prepped and ready to shoot.
Okay. So are you outside the door or inside the door?
I am outside the door.
Okay, cool. So you all get into position, with Law and B kind of edging forwards on it slightly, just to allow a little bit of light from Law's flashlight to allow some visibility to control the car. You don't see anything, you don't hear anything. It's a long, kind of wide corridor that goes on maybe 200 feet and then turns. So if you want your car to make it round the corner, you're going to have to move in deeper into the bunker.
Yeah.
But as it stands, you don't see anything or hear anything.
Yeah, Bee's gonna slowly kind of make her way in that direction, since she didn't hear anything that would have alerted to danger per se, to try to make sure that she can continue kind of guiding it around, or like see where it's going.
Okay. So you progress that a little bit further. Lydia, you're kind of inside the door, and you see that Bee and Law are edging further deeper in.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with them.
Okay. Paige, you can see them moving further in. What do you do? Do you let Selena know? Do you go in? Do you wait there? What's the plan?
Yeah, I let Selena know. I say, Captain, they're moving farther in. Looks like they're going around a bend. I don't have eyes on them anymore.
Copy. Move a little bit closer if you can.
Copy, Captain. And I move a little closer.
Okay.
And I'm gonna move the ATV, like, so basically just kind of falling flank with Paige.
Okay. For Paige to keep an eye on them, Paige would have to go inside the bunker, which would mean that you, Selena, with the ATV would not have visibility.
All right. Well, I'm gonna park the ATV.
Okay.
I'm gonna go into the threshold of the door and let Paige go in further, but I'm still the furthest person back, so I can run to the ATV if I need to.
Okay. Being Law, you continue on, and you continue that 200 feet to the end of the corridor, so you're able to turn. So you're not quite at the end where the turn is, but you're able to get close enough that you can send the car around the corner without issue. And send it that 50 feet past, like to the end of your range with the control. You don't hear anything. It's dark, so the flashlight is the only light source you currently have in there, but you do have that little bit of daylight a ways back from the open door. And you have Lydia with you. You have Paige maybe midway between you and Selena at the door. But the car goes around the corner, continues on. You listen. There's no sound on across the radio.
Wanna keep going?
That's what I was wondering. Should I keep going?
There's just no sound at all.
No.
This is
Hey,
really weird though.
Captain, we're not getting anything. No sound, nothing. Do you want us to keep going? I mean, nothing seems to be of scariness as of yet.
That's your call. If you feel it's safe enough to proceed, then go ahead.
All right, we'll go a little farther, and if we still don't find anything, we'll come back.
Sounds good.
And I'll move with B in their stride.
Okay. Selena, can you make me a mobility roll?
Yes, sir. No successes.
Okay. Law, B, and Lydia, you guys crest the corner, following the remote control car, giving it a light source to direct it. As you crest this corner, Law, you stepping forward, you hear a slight mechanical click, and kind of quickly flashing to the side with your flashlight, you see that on the wall, maybe like 2 feet up from the ground, there's a little sensor, and you've walked through that sensor, and you hear the slow buzz of what sounds like fluorescent lighting turning on. As this happens, the door behind Selena slams closed. Selena, you weren't quick enough to kind of dart outside. although you tried.
Captain, what was that noise?
Door fucking slam close.
So we're locked in here?
I'm gonna try to push the door.
It's like maybe a foot deep, thick metal door.
Yeah, we're
that's
locked in here.
But you all start to hear the hum of fluorescent lighting turning on as the lighting in the corridor slowly starts to kick in. It kicks in at the door where you are, Selena, and they kind of, like, in sequence go along this 200-foot corridor before the turn. Law, Beatrice, and Lydia, as you kind of turn back to see these lights coming on from the far end where Selena is, Paige in the middle. Selena, as the lights turn on, you're the first one that gets an actual look at the inside of this facility, and it's like metal lined walls, corrugated metal ceiling, corrugated metal floor. There are grid pattern vents on the floor, ceiling, and high in the wall. And as the lights continue on, you just see more of the same. And then it gets to where Paige is. And as the lights flick on where Paige is, you see that there is a vent above her. Maybe it's pretty high up, maybe like 30 feet up. The vent is open. There is black ichor around the outside of it. And there is what appears to be something red hanging down from it. You're not quite sure what it is from where you are. The lights continue on, and you start to see red markings on the walls at this point. Paige, as these lights have got to your stage and moved on, you look around and you see handprints on the walls in red. Red staining and pooling on the floor. As the lights continue on and get to the point where Lydia, Law, and B are, as you're at this corner, you see these red stains on the walls, pooling on the floors. As the lights pass you and move down this corridor as you've turned, you see what can only be described as a mound of severed limbs and body parts against the side of the wall. You see that there is a vent above them that is open with black ichor coming out of it, and as the corridor continues, there is another large door at the end, and written across it in, could be red paint, it says, "Do not open. We are done." Written across it in a red substance.
Well,
and that's where we'll leave
Lydia,
it.
Oh
That's
God,
it.
I was gonna say, well, can I check if it's blood or?
You cannot.
Damn it.
That's where we'll leave it for today. But you've made it to the facility.
Oh no.
No.
So,
we're dead.
Just walked into a fucking feeding pit.
This is gonna be so.
We literally
bad.
just walked into it.
so for those watching, thanks for sticking around and staying with us for part 4 of this alien saga. That is no turning back because they can't, because the door's shut. Again, for those watching, yeah, you tried. For those watching,
The dice tells the story.
this stream tonight was part of a charity campaign we are doing for Planned Parenthood. There is a link, there will be, because I'm going to post it in the chat now. If you do have the ability to and can spare something, it would be amazing if you could donate to Planned Parenthood to help us raise some money, because it's a worthwhile cause, especially with the situations that are going on at the minute. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed yourselves. We will be back in 2 weeks to see what happens next in this tale of, the fuck knows, stuff.
Of doom. It's a tale of doom.
But before we go, and before we call it a night, let's go around the table and everyone do our shout outs, let everyone know what we're up to, where we are, what we're doing, where to find us. So we'll go in reverse order. So we'll start with Cynthia.
Hey y'all, I am Cynthia Marie. You guys can find me on Twitter at CynDance or Instagram Cynthia__Marie, where I post all of my cosplay and all of my dress up fancy photos, or you can just join me on the Twitters and we could talk about mental health awareness, because that's what I love to talk about. I am on a bunch of different shows that I mentioned earlier, so if you want to catch any of them, just go check out the social medias and you can find out where and when. This was a blast hanging out with all of y'all. We are going to die soon, so yeah, I'm gonna go soak in a tub and think about all the bad decisions we made.
Wonderful. Next up, Bree.
Hi guys, I'm Brianna, but I also go by Utahime. I am a cosplayer, streamer, TTRPG enthusiast, and performer. You can find me on the social medias at Utahime, UTAHIME cosplay, and at Brianna DeCoster on Twitter. I will be on Lord Gasumba's channel tomorrow with the Slav Squad. Say that 10 times fast. I know I can't. At 3 p.m. Pacific time for some 1-2E. That's going to be my first time doing that, so we shall see if I survive. You can also catch me every Wednesday. We have our next episode of the Hunter the Reckoning action play on Renegade Games called The Day Shift. Our storyteller, Diana D'Amico, is leading us through an amazing story that might have, who knows, some connections maybe to a certain other story, the life. Anyway, yes, if you want to see what else I'm up to, definitely just check out my social media. But again, this was amazing. I'm absolutely terrified, especially because B is at the front. So that is bad. Very, very, very bad. But also too, happy Pride Month, everybody. And yeah, hopefully we don't end up dead next week. Or 2 weeks. There we
go. Next up, M.
Hello. We lived. I'm genuinely surprised. I'm M. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Emily Irv. If it's a Friday, I'm probably playing a TTRPG. I think that's how I should start expressing my schedule from now on. If it's Friday, I'm doing this. But yeah, if you want to keep up with anything else, follow me on the socials. I will be back here on the Initiative Order for the Pride charity stream that will be coming up as well. Happy Pride, everybody. And yeah, I'm also going to go think about how everything went wrong.
Cool. Brick, you're up.
Oh hey, I'm Ray, or with a brick with 2 Ks everywhere on the interwebs. You can find me, like I said, literally everywhere. Currently in between a lot of really cool things. Some of them I can't talk about, some of them I can. You might see me here more often soon doing some spooky things, and I'm really excited. Yeah, besides that, just kind of follow me on the socials and stay up to date with what I'm doing and where I'm at, because I'm all over the place all the time. So, yeah, today's been fun. This has been great. I'm also surprised that we lived. I can't wait to die in what seems like a gladiatorial ring for aliens. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, but these severed limbs make me very nervous.
Cool. Taylor, how are you doing?
Severed limbs make you nervous? Why? Hello, I'm Taylor, and Lydia's done this before, so this is horrifying, but also she's kind of used to it at this point, hence her psychotic break that she's had, I think, twice now. But yeah, so like I said before, I'm at the Barbarian Barbie on Instagram, and then you can also find me on Team Drew's Basement on Thursdays doing Call of Cthulhu and D&D and a whole lot of other stuff. So yeah, you can find me here, you can find me there, and then I'm going to lay down and have nightmares about that alien noise. Don't play it again. I see your hand moving. Don't do it. Oh my god.
And finally, I'm Danny. Check for traps on all social media. Catch me here doing things and stuffs and planning even more things and stuff. Yeah, check out our sponsors that we said at the beginning of the show. Links are all over our social media to find them and the amazing discounts you can get with them. if you like what you see and you want to try it yourself, jump in our Discord, because we run this stuff for free for the community. We provide everything you need to play, and we run games, and we talk about it, and we hang out, and we show pictures of our pets and stuff. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us. We have plenty more shows coming, and we will be back in 2 weeks, and we'll see what happens there. Until then, we have been the Initiative Order, and cheers. We'll see you later. Bye.